Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Sunday night.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They'll look to throw again. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 22. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Algier again on second down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a quarterback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dumps this one off to Algier. They'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Over the... Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he'll they'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs.
This was a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Robinson up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 2nd and 4. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. Again, he'll drop to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. look to throw. Harris has it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Steps up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the option, it's Jones. Able to avoid him at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Give to Robinson on the option. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Robinson with another carry. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. Touchdown! Brian Robinson Jr., 29 yards, and the Commanders have taken the lead. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And Brian Robinson finished things off with a touchdown grab. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So out come the Falcons now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Open man completes it to Claypool. He's got room at the 30. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Washington. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves its sticks.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
when you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
Robinson again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Chase Claypool, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They'll look to throw here. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. A give to the fullback on the dive. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2nd and 9 now. This is complete to Hawkins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense set to take over. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Back to throw again. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football. It's something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 65 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Binds, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
The offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it with Algier. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Handoff now to Robinson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a 1st down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre first down calls in the history of the National Football League. A fake, and it backfires.
But we've seen a lot of
first down.
Yeah, you're right. And we've seen a lot of innovation throughout the years in the NFL. I mean, we've gone from the single wing to the T formation to shotgun, right? Running spread, run and shoot, you name it, right?
To first down field goal
First
fakes.
down field goal fakes. I think that's an innovation that will not catch on.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson from 17 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, you bring your game.
Buyer beware. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And here now come the Falcons. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Yeah, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. They were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. An inside give to Jones. To about the 26 here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Able to connect with Dotson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And complete to Drake London. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and they're still.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete, it's Dotson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 5. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Prior to that, they were 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions in this ballgame. Now 3 for 3.
And you've got to figure their luck's got to run out at some point, doesn't it? I will just tell you from a defense's point of view, someone has to step forward on 4th down and make a play himself, because they're just letting it happen to him right now.
He'll drop to throw. Quick slant, finding Claypool. Touchdown, Washington. Chase Claypool saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort. Really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
2nd and 13. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And it would appear that that 1st-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Again, it's Robinson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 119 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Quez Watkins from 3 yards out. And the Commanders continue to pour it on here in the 4th. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
Then on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Deron Payne in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up a throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Robinson here and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Washington on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On 3rd down, Robinson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 139 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to win his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down to the 42, 2nd down. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Off the option, it's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. A give left side to Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Robinson with another carry. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. The Commanders are moving on as we say goodnight, everybody.